Every great physique starts with the same foundations, the V-taper. It's what makes your body look wider and can give you that aesthetic look even if you're not huge. Although it sounds simple, most teenagers completely overlook developing a V-taper, and that's why their physiques can end up looking blocky and unbalanced. But don't worry, because after watching this video, you'll know exactly how to transform your physique so you can avoid looking like the colossal titan. So, let's get right into it. Before we get into how to build a V-taper, you first need to understand what it actually is. A V-taper is when your shoulders are wider than your waist, giving you that Dorito-like shape, and this can be achieved in two ways: shrinking your waist and broadening your shoulders. Let's start with the first way, broadening your shoulders. When it comes to making your shoulders wider and becoming more broad, the only option you have is to build the muscles in that area. As you probably have noticed, you have a bone called your clavicle, and it determines how broad you'll be, and it doesn't stop growing until you're around 25 years old. The reason why I mention this is because a lot of people say you can't become broad without good genetics, and that's not true. It doesn't matter if you have wide clavicles or not, because you can still become extremely broad by developing the muscles in that area. One of the key muscles you need to train to become more broad is your upper chest. Your upper chest can be effectively trained by doing any form of inclined bench press or by doing dumbbell chest raises. So make sure to implement any variation of these exercises into your program if you haven't already. Personally, for my upper chest, I do inclined dumbbell bench press because it gives a great range of motion. A lot of people neglect training their upper chest, and to be honest, it's one of my weak points too, because when I first started training, I wouldn't pay much attention to it. However, having an underdeveloped upper chest can make your chest look flabby and unappealing, so I definitely would not ignore it. Especially for developing a V-taper, where a strong upper chest can make your chest pop and look wider. The next muscle you need to train to become more broad is your side delts. This is the specific part of your shoulder that can make you look broader and wider because it's positioned at the side. The best exercise to grow your side delts are lateral raises, and there are two approaches to doing these. The first one, which is also the one that I do, is doing cable lateral raises. The reason I recommend you do these is because it gives insanely good stability and can help you easily isolate the muscle. However, the second option is using dumbbells. I don't think these are as good because they don't have as much stability, but if it's your only option, then that's fine and you'll still make a lot of gains. Now, let's move on to the most important muscle for building a V-taper, your back. Not only does a developed back look aesthetic, it shapes your whole upper body and is the foundations for that Dorito shape. Since your back is such a large muscle group, you need to do two exercises to effectively train all the parts that will help you develop a V-taper. These include any form of overhead pull, such as lat pull downs or pull-ups, and any form of row, such as dumbbell rows or cable rows. Personally, I do lat pull downs over pull-ups and cable rows over dumbbell rows. Finally, the last muscle you need to develop is your traps. This is because thick traps can make your upper body look a lot wider and can make you appear more broad. To train this muscle, barbell shoulder shrugs are the best. And that's all the muscles you need to train to become more broad and to get that V-taper. It's really that simple. I should also mention that you need to progressively overload and train to failure for the best results. Also, you shouldn't ignore training the rest of your muscles, because although they won't help you directly develop a V-taper, they are still extremely important for general aesthetics. So, keep training them, but remember to put emphasis on the muscles that I listed earlier. Now, let's talk about how to make your waist smaller. There are two ways to shrink your waist. The first way is losing weight and becoming lean, which is only really effective if you're already overweight. To do this effectively, weigh yourself every single day and aim to eat 250 less calories every day, aiming to lose only a small amount of weight each week. However, if you're a teenager like me, I don't recommend doing this recklessly because you may accidentally stunt your growth by eating too little. So, I would do the smart approach and research a lot before doing this, making a plan before you start. Don't just starve yourself every single other day, because that won't provide any good results, and I know some of you out there might try that shit, so don't do it. So, like I said earlier, make sure to research before doing this and to do it smart, and remember, train hard while you're doing it. Anyway, the second method is a lot simpler and is most effective for leaner guys, and that's developing your abs. Although it sounds simple, developing your abs will tighten your core, making your waist smaller. Luckily, training your abs is very simple and straightforward, and I have a video linked in the description teaching you exactly how to do that. Anyway, that's all for today's video. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, thank you so much for the support I've been getting recently. I really appreciate it, and yeah, see ya.